Either will risk an injury, and in the end, it is the loudest roar that wins.
So, Godzilla vs. Kong is now out and has spawned multiple memes and Twitter trends, and it has gotten really positive feedback and reviews since it came out, and as of me recording this video, it has a 75 critic score on Rotten Tomatoes and 93 audience score, which is really high. It also has a 6.6 on IMDb after getting review bombed, I might add, for some reason. You know, the Justice League fans or some shit did it for some reason, I don't know what the fuck. It has a 3.1 stars on Letterboxd and a 7 on Metacritic. Let's be honest, review sites mean jack shit. I mean, personally, I only use IMDb and Letterboxd for the convenience of keeping track of things, and it makes movies easier to remember if I go out of my way to rate them and to have them logged on my account. But how does the movie hold up? Is it worth to watch in the cinema, if that is a possibility? Well, yes. If you're now sitting and debating to get a HBO account or some shit, or like get a ticket, I can assure you, it is worth it. Now from here on I will get into the spoiler section, so if you don't want anything to be spoiled, here's your warning, okay? What do I think of the movie? It was exactly what I wanted it to be. And more. Personally, it was my favorite in this Monsterverse that Legendary created way back in 2014 with the Godzilla 2014 movie. Okay, so future me here. Okay, I just wanted this. If you have seen my terrorist video back in that I posted like a few weeks ago, you know, when I talk about 200 movies and I rank them. I do not agree with the monster movies I ranked in that video, in particular Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island, and Godzilla King of the Monsters. I actually rewatched them in prep for this movie, and I have changed view on them in a positive way, I might add. But I will get back to that in the end of the video, okay? Back to old me. This Monsterverse might just be one of the best popcorn universes. And what I mean by that is you will get plenty of enjoyment out of these movies, alright? Now I will talk about those movies in the future, but let's get back to the real topic, alright? So, the movie, it is good, really good, I might add. It was just what I wanted it to be. You know, I was just happy watching it, and I'm happy that it's a thing. You know, some great callbacks to the previous movies, some Easter eggs here and there. So, does the movie have a winner? And I can assure you, the movie does have a winner, and there's no surprise. Let's be honest. Godzilla is the winner. Turned out to be the winner, and are you shocked? You know, not really. Let's be honest. I mean, how is it even fair that a big gorilla took up against a giant crocodile dinosaur radiation monster that is clearly God? Get the hell out of here, you fucking monkey. Go back to your fucking Donkey Kong Island or some shit. No, but seriously, I loved Kong in this movie. And he's pretty much the main character of this movie. It is a Kong movie at the end of the day, with some action from Godzilla here and there. But at the end of the day, Kong gets the most screen time, right? Gia is my favorite human character, played by a deaf actress, by the way. So, whether or not Kong is able to understand sign language, which is something that some real gorillas also can understand as well. I really like the Hollow Earth stuff, and for the most part, everything. I mean, the parts I didn't like were some of the human characters being really cliche villain, you know, and some extremely convenient moments. But who the fuck cares? Like, it's a fucking Godzilla vs. Kong movie. Like, it's just not meant to be, you know, this is not a fucking Citizen King of fucking Grand Budapest Hotel. I mean, if you go into this movie with expectations of good character development and interesting drama, you're going into this movie with the wrong mindset, alright? I mean, the monsters themselves are the main characters and stars of this movie. Same goes for all these movies, let's be honest. And some of these creators have fucking monkey brains, to be honest. Like, get the hell out of here. It's not even funny.
This movie should be called Godzilla because there was no verses. Oh my goodness. This is by far the worst movie of 2021. And I'm using the term movie very loosely.
The plot is really simple, so let me explain it. They basically need Kong for this and that, and Godzilla shows up, and all hell breaks loose. Like, it's crazy from there. But let's dig a little deeper, alright? So let's start with the Kong side of the story. Okay, Kong is on Skull Island, inside of a Truman Show dome kind of place, to keep him protected from Godzilla. Then Alexander Skarsgård's character gets some information about the Hollow Earth from this evil dude, and they pretty much need Kong to lead them to this one of these entrances to the Hollow Earth.
Magnetic imaging from one of our new satellites. You know what this is, right?
Hollow Earth.
And they also need him for something else, but I will get to that in a second, right? So ultimately, Rebecca Hall's character agrees to use Kongs for this, because she's like the supervisor of Kongs. And this girl is actually her daughter, like adopted daughter, and she is like one of the characters that was in a previous movie, like Kong Skull Island. She was one of the natives there, and all of them died out, and she was the only survivor, this Yia character, you know, this deaf character. And you know, that's why Kong has a connection with her, and boom. We're not both transporting Kong to the entrance. I mean, there's like no fat in this movie at all. It is really well placed. So Godzilla shows up and they have an awesome fight with Godzilla kicking Kong's ass. And the humans have to save him because he's fucking trash, you know, Kong can't do shit.
There must be some way to disorient Godzilla. Depth charges.
Right, I'm gonna stop the Kong hate, alright. So later they play dead to make Godzilla think he's won, and that actually works out, and then they have to find a new way to transport Kong, that being with helicopters. Being a slight call back to the original where Kong is transported with balloons. But this just, you know, way less cheesier. Also during the scene when they're like in the helicopters flying, you can see Rebecca Hall like sitting and nodding and smiling for like a second. It was really odd and funny. I just want to add it in. And then she like goes back to straight face in like a second. I don't know what the fuck was going on. So they reach the entrance. So Yia talks to Kong and he's off, and then goes into this tunnel, and they have these heaves as they call it, because otherwise they would die from the transport to Hollow Earth from Earth. So they make it to Hollow Earth and Kong is off, and there's some really cool cinematography here. And a monster fight where Kong kicks ass.
Prepare to attack!
And they make it to this old temple where Kong's relatives used to live, you know. We're talking centuries ago, you know. I mean, I don't know how long, probably like thousands, millions of years, I don't know. But his relatives used to live there, right? And so they go into this temple and he finds this axe and places it in this socket. We find out that they were using Kong for this exact, retrieving this unknown power source. And this girl is actually the evil dude's daughter, so she's actually working with like her father, and they need this energy for something that we will get to in a second, alright? So then Godzilla saves the day. Evil lady dies. And good guys are saved and follow Kong. And then the ultimate battle begins. So, you get all that? And that was only the Kong side of the story, you know. We were just following the Kong people, the people with Kong, okay. So let's talk about the Godzilla team characters. Well, the reason I didn't talk about them because there's not a lot to talk about, to be honest, but I will talk about them anyways, alright? We find out that Godzilla is going around, you know, destroying these facilities, and this conspiracy podcaster works in this facility and thinks this is no accident at all, meaning Godzilla sensed something. That is why he showed up to destroying the facility. And so Millie Bobby Brown's character returns from Godzilla King of the Monsters, is actually a fan of this podcaster, played by Brian Tyree Henry. So her and her friend, played by Julian Dennison, which was great in Hunt for the Wilder People, by the way, try to track this guy down, and eventually they do, yada yada. They have no real purpose until the end, other than comic relief and exposition, but I like them. So they find out that this corporation Apex is working on a project. That project being, you know what, Mecha Godzilla. Let's be honest, we all knew. But Mecha Godzilla can only reach 40% power. That is why they need this unnatural power supply from Hollow Earth to keep Mecha Godzilla at 100% so they can use it. And that is pretty much it. It is created with the Ghidorah skull that they got at the end of the previous movie, and then the system fails because this evil guy has no patience, and then Ghidorah takes over control. Got it? Good. Then the ultimate, like this is the ultimate battle begins. Okay, Kong, like I said, is beaten by Godzilla, you know. King Kong can't do shit, he's just a fucking monkey, can't do jack shit, you know. But he's beaten by Godzilla, and then Mecha Godzilla shows up, and he kicks the absolute shit out of the real Godzilla. Like, they had no mercy for the real Godzilla. I mean, he was taking a bunch of fucking damage. I mean, that just shows you how fucking powerful Godzilla is. He took all that damage, and he just got up and was like, oh, fuck this shit. And then the humans are forced to resurrect Kong It's also a callback to like the old one where they resurrect him with like some lightning or stuff. But they resurrect him and then Gia convinces him to help Godzilla, and he does. They beat the fuck out of Mechagodzilla with each other's help, and Kong gets a lot of screen time during this fight, making up for his fat ass L he just took. They then wave goodbye to each other and the movie just ends with Kong in Hollow Earth, leaving Godzilla king of the monsters and King Kong, the king of Hollow Earth. So there's my take on the movie. I would give it a 7 out of 10, but I'm probably gonna bump it up to 8 out of 10 to be honest. It is just what I wanted it to be, like I said. Fight scenes are 10 out of 10, like it's really good, and the CGI and the special effects, everything is just top notch, you know. Really goes to show you how crazy it can get. And just in short, the fight scenes are set during the day and the night, so you know, you're going to see plenty. There's like one fight scene between Kong and Godzilla that takes place during the night, but other than that, you can see everything. Everything's during the day. In Hollow Earth during the day, Godzilla versus Kong, all during the day. Okay, so you can see plenty. Alright, you know, the previous movies were bashed for this. You know, the 2 Godzilla movies were pretty much set during the night and the rain and all that shit. You couldn't see shit, but not in this movie. Okay, you can see plenty. And I don't know. I really hope they continue this universe, because as of now I'm a fan of it, believe it or not. You know, I like this fucking shit, you know, stupid ass monster movies, I like it. But I mean, if you like monster and the versus movies, this is like a must watch. Like if you're a fan of Kong or Godzilla, this is a must watch. Even if you're not a fan, it's a great fucking, you know, popcorn flick at the end of the day. That is what it is marketed as, and that is what it is. So yeah, watch it, have fun with it, don't take it too serious, just enjoy the movie. But yeah, that's it. You know, I hope you enjoyed this review. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about the previous movies in this franchise, in this universe. I think I might do a video on Godzilla 2014, then Kong Skull Island, then King of the Monsters, and give their ratings, their new ratings, because my old video doesn't hold up.